Okay, cool. And we are recording. To Christmas night. How are all of you girls?
We are awesome. And yeah, doing good over here. Nothing much actually, but still training and all of that.
I'm okay, thanks. Just a lot bored lately.
Do you guys find
other than
lockdown
that,
has
I'm
been
good.
do you find lockdown has been like super long now?
We shouldn't even call it lockdown anymore. We should call it a holiday.
A very long
Indoors
one.
holiday.
It feels literally as though I've lost my whole year. Like, I'm not getting any younger. Like, I've literally lost my whole year of my age. Do you know what I mean? Because we didn't have, none of us had any Super League or anything. So it feels like, oh my gosh, like, what have I done with my year that's been productive?
Zilch.
Yeah, and to think of it, we were all at Super League as well, and unfortunately we got 3 games in and then it got cancelled. So I think we can all relate to that now, how we feel about it. Yeah, and we're so ready to get back on court already.
So crazy. So, you know, it's weird, girls. Like a year ago, it was literally the World Cup, and we all debuted at the World Cup. So, yeah, that's so crazy. Casey, tell me more about your debut. Do you remember anything about your debut, like who you played against or anything like that?
My debut was actually very interesting because what game was it? Sorry, it was Trinidad. And I don't know what to expect because with all our games, we've never ever played Trinidad. So that was like my first time ever playing such a side. And when they started very good. So I thought, okay, it's probably one of those tough teams, you know. But then getting into the game, it was so exciting. I had nerves. I was just running around everywhere, not knowing what to do. I mean, the crowd, we experienced that crowd with quad-series, but with the World Cup, it was like next level, you know. But getting into the game, enjoying everything, everyone just being excited to be on court at a World Cup, it was so amazing. I still remember the chills. I actually had goosebumps going on to that court. I never thought I'd play court even, you know? So, yeah, it was amazing.
Vimbela, tell us about your experience.
Yeah, because since it was also my first World Cup experience, I also didn't really have too much of a clue of, you know, how it's going to be, but I can remember it was really electrifying, you know, just to be there. And even though you've experienced, you know, Commonwealth, it's not really the same as an actual World Cup. And I think it was amazing just to be there because, you know, you worked hard to get there as well. And also debuting at Trinidad in the Netball World Cup, even though it was just at court and, you know, you really have to do well in that.
So you also debuted against Trinidad, V?
Yeah.
So crazy.
Not as a first cap, but as a first World Cup. Yeah.
Yeah.
The World Cup, yes.
It's so crazy though.
And how is that for you?
I mean, I also went, I think we all just went on Trinidad. Yeah, I think Norma was just like, get all the nerves out the way. Let's just chuck them all on for Trinidad. But Trinidad were really physical. Like when I was watching, I was like, and they play that different netball. So it's the netball we're not used to because it's Caribbean. So I think we were all just like, okay, someone's going to lose a tooth or something here today. But I think we all were fine. And
Yeah,
Casey,
when you have to defend players like Sam Wallace, I think, I've experienced that. It was tough.
oh, I can imagine. I
Yeah,
forgot
and what
Sam
about you,
played for them.
Casey?
You had Sam and
Yeah.
Khanyisa in the circle. Oh my gosh,
Crazy.
Yeah.
dangerous. So Casey, what you know what I was thinking about when in 2018 when it was Com Games, you weren't even involved in that. I remember Carla still gave you something from Com Games, and like tell us about in that 1 year how like your whole netball life escalated. Tell us the whole feeling. Because that's so crazy, like like so you've been in the system, but like you literally came from nowhere to like it's like tell us more.
I also think I'll call it some sort of supernatural acceleration or something, because I just came back from under 21, because 2017 we actually played a
Yeah,
World Youth Cup, and I remember coming back from that, and we had to trial for seniors, but I didn't make the team that year. So Norma's like, just try again next year. And I thought, this is a team going to World Cup. So she's trying to build up, because that's when South Africa was actually, like the Proteas were actually on the rise. When you look at the quad series, losing with just a small margin against the big team. So I thought to myself, oh, that's just the World Cup team building up. And having to make the Proteas the next year, it was also a shock to me. I don't think it was something I expected, but really worked hard to say, I think I was very challenged at the Under-21 Youth Cup to want to play at a better level and get better, because the players there were so good. Looking at the New Zealanders and Australians at the Under-21, I'm like, okay, I also want to improve, and I want to play under Coach Norma. So that experience, like I said, it's more like supernatural acceleration, because out of nowhere, you only have a year with a coach, and the next year you have to step up with the same team that was with the coach for 4 years and perform at a World Cup. It's crazy, actually, thinking of it.
yeah, I know, and it's true what you said. Like literally, it wasn't just being selected for a team and having to play. It's like actually having to perform, because like World Cup is like the pinnacle of like netball. It's like the peak to play at. So it's crazy. Like, oh my gosh, but that's like massive hats off to you that you came in from nowhere and you were like just like, well, I am Khanyisa and from Limpopo, of all places. Watch out, Laura Langman, I'm coming for you. It's like so crazy, like small town girl just being like, hello, I'm on the scene. I think that's so sick, genuinely. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, she's coming for everyone now.
I know. And Vimbela, tell us about like everything for you, because obviously you had played for Wales last year, right?
No, not for Wales.
Who did you played for someone for Bath?
No, not for Wales.
Bath, right?
I played for Bath the year before. Yes, that's correct. The year before, and I didn't get to play with any Super League team last year. So I was playing. Myself and Casey were playing in the team that was basically the squad select by Norma and Dot to actually participate in the Telkom Netball League, for us to just have a look at where we are in that process. And it was also selection trials, that sort of thing. Yeah. Wow. So that itself was a good experience to come into, and also captaining that team. Funny enough, in a pool of really good players. So I think it was actually fun. It was actually fun, to be honest. So yeah, it was really good to get that experience. And I think for you, Sigi, yours was a little bit different to us as well, because you had such an amazing Super League season the previous year, and I think it was for Surrey Storm, right?
Yeah, I played for
and yeah. So I think your journey was a bit different to to us as well. So unexpectedly getting called by Nomad to come join us. How is that for you?
So
How did
for
that
me,
go
it
about?
was so different. I obviously didn't make the team originally, and I was very disappointed about it. The girls that were going, you guys are amazing. Like, it was like the 12 best names in the country, and I was just like, you guys have to go out, like, go out, make history. We want to be top 4, like, go. So I had literally just been like,
Yeah.
I appointed myself as number 1 supporter in South Africa, for South Africa. So I was on my way to literally I was on my way to Australia to go play in the Queensland Little League, and I flew from Cape Town to Joburg. And as I landed in Joburg, I was walking to the check-in desk to fly to Sydney, and literally I was like about to hand in my passport when I got a call from Norma, and she's like, "Sigi, where are you right now?" I'm like, "I'm in Johannesburg." She's like, "What night?" And I was like, flying to Sydney. Why? She's like, "No, you're not." I was like, "I'm pretty sure I am. I'm about to check in." She was like, "Okay, well, just actually do not get on that plane because you're flying to London tonight." And I was like, "Can you stop taking the mickey out of me?" And she was like, "No, seriously." The next thing I knew, instead of flying to Sydney this way across the world, I was flying north across the world. I was just like, but like, I had no clothes,
Oh
nothing,
my word.
no stuff. And I was ready to go like to the beach for like a few months to go like play netball and chill in Australia. So I was just like phoning my parents, like, change of plan here, by the way. Phone my coaches in Australia being like, "I'll be like 4 weeks late. Sorry about that." So yeah, no, it was crazy, but yeah. So obviously World Cup is coming up in 4 years, in like a few years, well, in 2023. So do you guys have any, ambitions, anything for that before then? Vimbs, are you going to play another one? Or what, like, tell me your plan, girls.
Okay, I'll start. It is actually part of my plans. I'm not sure how far I'm going to go. I'm still, just going along with the process, and I plan to play as long as I can. But I think being in the 2023 World Cup in South Africa would be really amazing. And I had a watch along with, a couple of weeks ago with Tamsin and I think Caroline, and on Sky Sports basically. So they asked that what are we aiming for when we go into the 2023, and I said no, we're going for nothing less than a gold. So I'm gonna put it out there and say, listen, we're not going to aim for top 4, whatever. We're aiming for the top spot for the grand final, basically. That's the least we can do for ourselves, especially for, South Africa as well. So I plan to be part of that as well. And I'll just do the best that I can. I mean, it's not to say that there's no competition. There'll definitely be competition. Everybody else will want to be in the same positions as we are. So yeah, we are definitely going to go for it.
And you,
Casey, what about you?
I think for me, it wasn't part of the goal, but after being at the 2019 World Cup, I was like, okay, I think I want to play another World Cup because of the vibe, the energy, and just the level that your teammates, your surrounding, they just become different people. It just becomes, netball becomes so fun at a World Cup. So I thought, I'll do all of this when I'm at home. Like, we were in another country and I didn't feel lost. It was like we had such a great support system, people flying all the way to Liverpool. So right now people are going to be next door. Some of them literally just going to take a cab to just be there. Even your family will be there, those that couldn't fly up there. So you want to perform, actually, also, not just be part of a team and just because I'm part of 2023. It's a lot of hard work, and you actually want to step on that court and bring out a performance, because going for that gold, I mean, I I'm thinking of the semi-final that we played. We were almost there, but because everyone is gunning for that gold, it was so tough, you know? So you want to be in that environment again. You want to experience that intensity again and actually conquer in front of people that know you, your family and all of that, and actually have something to go home with or something to embrace, to say, I was at home in 2023 and I did this for my country, not only for my country, but people around me, and they were there. So yeah,
exactly. I think the whole thing that's going to be very exciting, and this is now what we're finishing off with, is like a World Cup at home. You know, it's like you've got your the 7 on court, the 5 on the bench, and your management. But it's not just that. You literally have that home ground advantage. Like, you know, when when South African people start singing, start cheering, like, there is just no crowd like what you can get from South Africa. And it gives me goosebumps to think, like, you know, like that everyone around the world can finally like come and experience like the vibrance of our beautiful country and our people. And so I'm just buzzing. Like, I genuinely can't wait. So I think it's going to be one of the toughest selections yet for the coaches, because I think every single girl in South Africa would want to play that specific World Cup. So yeah, but you know what we say, game on, girls. So yeah, thank you so much for your time. This was so lekker.
Thanks a lot.
all right, thank
It was
you,
a pleasure,
Sigi.
Zix. Thanks,
Okay,
guys.
bye guys.
Bye.
Okay, cheers.